Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer Lagarde and I am thrilled to be one of your instructors for this 18-week course, Fact versus Fiction, Teaching Critical Thinking Skills in the Age of Fake News. I wanted to teach this class because I believe deep in my bones that this is the most important work that we can be doing right now. And over the course of the next 18 weeks, you will find out a little bit more why. But for now, let me just start by saying that, of course, information literacy has been a discipline for as long as there has been information. Because as you'll learn in this class, information has been used both as a tool for public good and as a tool for public manipulation for as long as we've had the ability to distribute media in mass. Additionally, every time that there's been a major disruption in the Anthropocene that changes the ways in which we connect with and distribute content, there's also, along with that, come great discomfort and fear as the efforts to control the content we consume become more efficient and effective and more nefarious. That said, we're living through one of those disruptions right now. The internet and social media in particular have changed forever the way that we access information, in the same way that the printing press did or that the television did when they were first invented. And if you've spent even 5 minutes online recently, it's easy to see how that discomfort and fear has shaped the way that those platforms work, or more importantly, how they don't. But most significantly, if nothing else, time spent online right now just confirms all the ways in which our traditional, tried and true information literacy protocols and strategies that we've used for years and that were designed to help people be critical thinkers online, they simply don't work anymore. The bottom line is, not only are we not very good at talking to one another in digital spaces, but we're also really, really bad at determining what's real and what isn't in the very places where we now consume most of our information. Darren and I believe that this is due in large part to the fact that so many of the information literacy tools that are still commonly used in classrooms and libraries are simply outdated. Most are based on research that was conducted in the 1990s, long before the tools that we use now to connect with information and to one another were even invented. To be sure, the people who created many of the protocols and checklists that we still use now with kids, they had the same goals in mind that we do about helping those kids be savvier online. But they simply could not have conceived of the information landscape that we're living in now, or of the tools that we use to connect with that content. With that in mind, Darren and I also believe that one critical piece that's missing from most traditional information literacy resources is the incredibly important connection between information literacy and social emotional learning, or what we bring to the table as human beings whose brains are profoundly affected by our emotional responses to information. This is a crucial part of helping learners of all ages become savvy at determining what's been designed to inform them online versus what's been designed to influence them online. And yet, it is absent from most news and information literacy efforts that we see in our work with schools and districts around the world. One of our goals for this class is to help you develop strategies and lessons that refocus information literacy on humans, both the humans that consume the information and the humans that create it, as opposed to centering the content or the information itself, which has been the traditional approach for far too long. To that end, this course can feel like a heavy lift because the work is so incredibly important. But the good news is that Darren and I are here to help you. That is literally our job. So as the next 18 weeks fly by, and they will, please be sure to reach out to us if we can support you in some way. Our contact information is in our course shell, so please be sure to say that. And remember, when I say this, say that we are in this together, I mean it literally, both in terms of our connection through this class, but also in terms of how we are all in this moment together. As I record this video, we find ourselves at a pivotal point in human history. The need to fight mis, dis, and malinformation is greater than ever. If we have any hope of tackling some of the big challenges that face us as a species, then we absolutely have to tackle the problem of how false content online affects the way that we make decisions, affects our relationships, and even affects our health and well-being. We've got to do that first. So, thank you so much for joining this class. We are both excited about the work ahead, but most importantly, we are excited to be doing that work with you, even though we do wish that we were in Hawaii with you instead of our home bases of Olympia, Washington for me and Forest Grove, Oregon for Darren. So let's get started. If you need us, please reach out. But in the meantime, mahalo everyone and happy learning.